Fix Preseason offers the widest range of unique tools, statistics, and projections, all powered by leading algorithm technology. Choose your preseason pack now and use Fix Preseason to improve your standard of play for the 2018-19 season. It's been a couple of days since the official Fantasy Premier League website reopened for the 2018-19 season. And in this video, we're going to take a brief look at some key players and whether or not they're likely to take a place in our Game Week 1 squad when the new season kicks off with Manchester United hosting Leicester on Friday the 10th of August. One of the biggest talking points has to be the position and price of last season's top scorer, Mohamed Salah. There were some concerns that the Liverpool man would be reclassified as a forward, but thankfully that isn't the case. He remains a midfield option and has been given a price tag of £13 million, making him the most expensive player in the game. Early on in the season, we can surely expect Salah to be our main man once again, given his kind opening fixtures, which include home matches against West Ham and Brighton. Harry Kane, amongst many of the other World Cup stars, may be unavailable in Game Week 1, as they'll need time to rest and recover from their recent international games. If that's the case, Salah will surely be our go-to captain option in the early stages of the new season. Raheem Sterling comes in as the second highest priced midfielder in the game at £11 million, which on first glance certainly appears fairly hefty. However, we have to remind ourselves that this is a player who was directly involved in 35 league goals last season for Man City, scoring 18 times and providing 17 assists. His total score of 229 was second only to Mohamed Salah. But with alternative Man City options such as David Silva and Leroy Sané coming in much cheaper, it's hard to see Sterling being as crucial for our FPL squads as he was last season. And just as with Harry Kane, the England international may well miss the start of the new season following the World Cup. Elsewhere in midfield, Eden Hazard and Alexis Sanchez have both been handed £10.5 million price tags, but interestingly, Christian Eriksen outscored the pair of them last season and comes in cheaper at 9.5. The Spurs midfielder was directly involved in 21 goals, scoring 11 times himself. Moving on to the forward positions, Harry Kane has been priced just below Salah at £12.5 million, after reaching 30 Premier League goals last season. As mentioned before, we'll have to be wary of including the Spurs man early on in our FPL squads, but down the line, and once he's up to speed, it may well end up being a choice between Kane and Salah for a place in our squads, given their price tags. The final thing of interest to note is that Wilfried Zaha and Marko Arnautovic have been reclassified as forwards, having been listed as midfielders in previous seasons. They were both out-and-out strikers for the majority of last season, Zaha in a 4-4-2 at Crystal Palace, and Arnautovic as the number 9 for West Ham. However, that may not be the case this time around, since the Hammers now have a new man in charge in Manuel Pellegrini, and it's not a guarantee that he'll keep the same system. But with generous price tags of £7 million, they could still prove to be tempting options, and it's refreshing to see a wider variety of good quality forwards than we've had in previous seasons. In the second half of last season, Marko Arnautovic scored 6 goals and his tally of 21 efforts on target was beaten only by Salah and Kane. So if the new manager utilises him in a similar role, he'll definitely be someone to keep our eye on when the fixtures improve. Elsewhere amongst forwards, Aubameyang, Aguero and Lukaku have all been handed £11 million price tags, and the Arsenal man particularly stands out as a key player to watch after his impressive returns at the end of last season. He made 12 Premier League starts since his arrival at Arsenal, scoring 10 goals and providing 4 assists over that spell. Roberto Firmino's £9.5 million price tag also appears great value, considering his tally of 15 goals and 8 assists last season. Only Jamie Vardy and Harry Kane return more FPL points amongst forwards. If you're a fan of the channel, please consider supporting via Patreon. There'll be an exclusive FPL league with prizes, an FPL community group chat to get stuck into, and a series of live streams, all from as little as $2 per month.